after everything I threw at this little planner this past week, I bow deep and I have a lot of respect for passport size. Hello, and welcome to week 3 of One Book July. We're finishing up week 3. Today is Saturday, the 23rd of July. I never doubted passport size or pint size planning when I joined this size, when I decided to make this my everyday carry. But after everything I threw at this little planner this past week, I bow deep and I have a lot of respect for passport size. There's actually nothing that I cannot throw at this little planner that it cannot handle. Now, last week we did a plan with me together. And this week, I'm just popping in to share with you what last week turned out to be like, and just to show you that I already prepared my planner for next week, but I did not fill in all the to-dos and all the important stuff, all the nitty-gritty. Now, this is where we started off last week when we set it up, and I said I needed to call on my Pomodoros to get me through the week because I had a lot of very important work that needed to be done, and I list those things inside of my tracker and next to my tracker, and these were the things that I really had to focus on, and this is where my measured time would be allocated to. Now, on Monday I had very long meetings, and Tuesday as well, but I was very hard-headed. I wasn't gonna not do my Pomodoros, so I only went to bed at 4 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And then, of course, I had another very long day on Tuesday, which left me with little office hours, so I did that until 3 a.m. Wednesday morning. And then I started to kind of lose my grip. On Wednesday, I went until 2 a.m. but still didn't finish all my Pomodoros that I wanted to finish for the week. And yeah, here we are. Thursday, I completely fell off the wagon because there's no way that you can do these hours and then expect to be fully functional for an entire 5-day work week. So this is where I lost the plot. And it's just the same old lesson that that I never want to learn. If I slow down a little bit here, this would not have been wasted, and in the end, everything would have worked out nicely without all the pushing and pulling to get me where I am right now. Let's see how long I remember this lesson. Now, today is Saturday, 10 o'clock, my assistant will be coming in, and then we are revamping my the insides of all the drawers and all the cabinets here in my office. Everything is neat, but I have a zillion little boxes with things in, the boxes that we get when we buy a planner. I use all those things for different ephemera and paraphernalia and so forth. So today is that day that we're going to organize it all. And then tomorrow we're having a wonderful afternoon with 2 very precious friends. So yeah, my trackers turned out to be quite good. I was quite good at everything I wanted to do, and then I did start to make a few notes here for next week, which I will come back to when I do my planning. Sales went well as well. And here's the dailies. Guys, there's absolutely nothing that this planner cannot handle. I prefer to turn my planner this way around. I love writing like this. I really enjoy writing like this. It is not a problem to do it this way around. It really isn't. I think it's because I so much love this size, and I'm so used to my inserts being standard size that it kind of comes natural to me to do it this way. So I fill it up this way and then over to the next and so forth. So yeah, my days were quite full. Lots and lots of things that needed to be done. This little project I'll finish later this evening. And I did quite well. Some of these things I am almost done with, but not completely, so they're not marked off. And this is also one of the packing lists that we're work through this morning when my assistant comes in. We're going to organize all of this. And then I have some things left to do today. And this is, see, we decided on Thursday. She asked on Thursday if she could come in an extra day this week because her budget begs for some help. And I said, well, so do I. Come in, let's get this work done. And then, of course, I'll also pay attention to my list for today. And then I'll do my weekly review. I had to give myself a lot of space this week for my weekly review because many things started to fall in place in my mind. I could even start to make a little list of things that I think is an option for goals for 2023 for my business. So I need to just write a few lines on that as well this week in my weekly review. In my weekly review, I just answer 4 questions. What worked this week? What did not work? What should I do more of? And what should I do less of? And in September, when I do my annual planning for the next year, September and October are the 2 months when I do my planning. And I put a curriculum together for my business, and I prepare all the presentations. Everything is prepared this year still, so that next year I can just jump in and enjoy. So when I do my planning in September, when I do my goal setting, I will just read the 52 weekly reviews that I wrote every week. No matter what size I've been in, I've been writing my weekly reviews religiously. So I'll read through those, and by reading through it, a lot of things becomes clear. What to stay away from, where to rather focus on. It really makes a big difference. So as I said, I did not do my planning yet. Usually I do it on a Friday. But this week being this week, I decided let me just set up my planner. And then it's still being winter in Cape Town, South Africa, and a cold winter. I may just sit in front of the fireplace this evening, ask my husband to make us a lovely fire, and then I can just go and sit down under a blanket in front of the fire and start to fill out my planner for next week. I always have the same spreads. It's my week on 2 pages. Then it's my this week. What am I going to be tracking this week? What is top of mind this week? What does my communication tracker looks like? And notes for the next week. Now, I already made one little note here because my assistant asked me yesterday for her birthday on the 3rd of, why did I write September? That is August. For her birthday on the 3rd of August, wait, I have to fix it. I have to fix it now. She's new with me. I don't know her for a long, long time. She's been here a few months now, since May. So she asked me if I will make a donation for her birthday. And I asked her a donation. She said, yeah, if I will make soup, because if she's in a position on her birthday every year, she gives the people around her that don't have a lot and the street children something to eat. And she loved the soup that I made a while ago. So, of course, I had to make that note here so that next week, all week, I'll see that Cereline is having a birthday on the 3rd of August, and I'll remember the soup so that I can keep that in the back of my mind so that I have all the ingredients to do that for her. What a beautiful, beautiful soul, and what a wonderful gesture. Then also, of course, apart from my week on 2 pages, my this week, I also always have a sales log. I used to have a sales log insert where I had a separate insert when I was in here. And what I quickly learned was it's better for me to have this spread every week, because if it's a separate insert, then I get to it when I get to it, if I get to it. And remember, I'm actually in sales, and this is actually what I do. So this should be front and center and the main part of my plans. And it really made a big difference since I started to include it in my weekly spreads. And then that is where my dailies will start. And then we'll continue gracefully. I'm looking forward to share with you next week the final video for my One Book July 2022, and that'll be a wrap. What a great experience One Book July always is. I always enjoy One Book July, but straight from there, I'll be going into All the Books August mode, where I show you all the books, all my, what do I have there? I have two A5 ring planners, and I have my standard size, as I said before, and I'll show you how I use those planners in my business. But until then, let this day be a good day, and wherever you are in the world, keep safe.